staring in his 40 ounce, letting the pen from my ink bleed, cause Martin Luther King had a. What's up, man? Prince Sports here.
So I'm going to show you something. And then after I'm done with him, the rest of them won't play with me.
Welcome to Green Sports!
Just watch a segment on television. They talking about, is there any chance Ben Simmons comes back? His impact on the game. Trust me, it don't matter if Ben Simmons comes back or not. The value of winning for the Brooklyn Nets remains the same. Okay, there's nothing that Ben Simmons does that's gonna qualify to help a team get really superly over the top. Okay. He's a solid player at best, all right? The fact that he even being called an All Star is kind of questionable. It's basically the same way you judge, or I judge Draymond Green, you know? Well, several people judge Draymond. It's on that level, okay? He's an upgradable version of Draymond Green. That's pretty much it. There's nothing super about Draymond Green. Okay, the term super team is basically, there's a criteria for that, all right? And some players don't even deserve to be mentioned in that category because there's nothing they do that's going to pitch you over the top, okay? So the Brooklyn Nets' chances of winning and losing remains the same with or without Ben Simmons because he's not going to do nothing to put you over the top, okay? It's just the way it is. He's not a superstar. Okay, he's not a top 10 player. He's not a top 20 player. He's not a top 30 player. Could he be a top 40? Maybe. You know, he could be in the late 30s, probably for some people. But I mean, we got to stop using the term super team with everything because that's just a cop out for a lot of people. You know, it doesn't matter where Ben Simmons goes. He don't make anybody super. Okay, stuff like that. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, it don't matter what team he's on. You know, he's just going to be there. He's a highly glorified role player, if you ask me. And that's the problem with today's NBA. You got guys like Draymond Green being selected as an All-Star. I don't give a fuck how many All-Star selections he get. He ain't no fucking All-Star. Neither is Ben Simmons. Okay, you could miss me with that. You know, Ben Simmons had probably one of the biggest meltdowns than most superstars, worse than LeBron James, 10 times worse than LeBron James. And him underperforming, underachieving only adds to my credibility even more because I could point out and say, hey, look, this man don't deserve to be no All-Star anyway. You know, so keep applying that pressure, keep applying that hype to a guy like Ben Simmons. And when he chokes and wets the bed, I'd be right even more and I could tell you, hey, he didn't deserve to be called an All-Star to begin with. Proof and say anything. I could say Draymond Green is the greatest basketball player of all time if we don't have no criteria. All right? So what makes Ben Simmons an All-Star other than the fact that he just got elected as one? You could call Ben Simmons anything, but one thing's for sure. He ain't no damn All-Star because he don't fit that criteria. All-Star is what? A second tier to a superstar, okay? A guy that is a legit second option, all right? Good, but not elite, okay? Elite basketball player is reserved for a superstar. And you don't have to be the best two-way player to be a superstar, but you have to be elite at something, one or two things, you know? If you're an elite scorer, you're a superstar, okay? If you're one of the best scorers ever, you know, you're playing currently in the league, that makes you elite. Kyrie Irving is a superstar. He's elite. He's one of the best skill set for basketball players when it comes to scoring, right? They always talk about that. So his scoring makes him elite. Kevin Durant, his scoring makes him elite. Kawhi Leonard, one of the best two-way players in the game, right? His defense makes him elite alone. His offense picked up with his defense. So this is why some people think he's the best player in the league when healthy. All right, those are superstars. LeBron is a superstar. You know, I give him flack, you know, for some shit that takes place on the court, but he's a superstar. All right, Anthony Davis is a superstar. When he's playing, he's a top 5 player. That makes him a superstar. But one thing's for sure: Ben Simmons ain't no damn all-star, and he don't make any dang super. Okay, so super team, superstar. All right, see how it got to match in together? If Ben Simmons ain't none of that, he don't do nothing for your team. All right, he's a upgradable version of Draymond Green. He's a highly glorified role player. Even when he was on the 76ers and they had Jimmy Butler and his boys, nobody feared the 76ers. Nobody said it was a super team. Okay, nobody. But when James Harden went to the Brooklyn Nets, did you see the energy shift? That's when people was like, oh my God, this changes the NBA. You know, this is unfair. They're going to win if they're healthy. That is a super team. When it's unfair, okay, you have an unfair advantage. All right? 3 franchise elite superstars on the team or more. When the Atlanta Hawks had multiple all-stars, when LeBron was playing in the East, that wasn't no damn super team. Okay? Just because you called the all-star don't mean you a fucking all-star, especially in today. I could go into today's league, average 8-10 points a game, and you call me an all-star. There's a lot of guys playing in today's league that's called all-stars that's not all-stars. Ben Simmons is one. Draymond Green is one. Andrew Wiggins is one. All right? Andrew Wiggins is too inconsistent to be called an all-star. An all-star is a guy that at least consistent at something. He's great at something. All right? Almost close to being elite. Andrew Wiggins ain't no damn all-star neither. What does Ben Simmons do that's elite? I'll wait. Absolutely nothing. He's a solid defensive player. Offense, don't let me get started. A guy that has meltdowns and refuses to show up, that's not a superstar nor an all-star. His meltdown led to him getting kicked off the 76ers to a point nobody even want to play with the guy no more. Mentally weak, don't show up when it counts most in the postseason. That ain't no damn all-star. That's no damn superstar neither. That's a role player. All right? So that was more. What Ben Simmons did was just embarrassing. All right? And he gets exposed like that all the time come postseason. He's a role player. All right? Jimmy Butler has more rights to be called an all-star. At least he led a team to the damn finals. Is Ben Simmons a franchise player? No. To be called a superstar, you got to at least be a franchise player. Everybody that was on the Lakers, their big 3 was franchise players. MVPs. Or MVP candidates. Ben Simmons ain't no damn MVP. He ain't no even second option. He wasn't even the second best player on the 76ers, if you want to be frank about it. The leader of the team was Joe Embiid. You know, Tobias Harris and all of them other dudes played and stepped up more than fucking Ben Simmons. They more borderline all-stars than Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a role player. He's a hyped up, highly glorified role player. Same thing with Alonzo Ball. If y'all elect Alonzo Ball to be an all-star, he ain't no damn all-star. The name alone, Lonzo Ball, is famous. All right? He has a lot of hype behind him, but that doesn't mean he backs the hype up to an all-star level or superstar level. That's the problem with today's league. You guys name anybody and everything all-stars. Hell, me and everybody on YouTube could be called superstars if we go to the NBA now, because you guys just use the word so blindly. You know, you use the word super team blindly and don't even really know the meaning of it. You name everything a super team. So if that was the case, then it wouldn't be a big deal for LeBron to go to Miami, right? It wouldn't have been a big deal for KD to go to Golden State, right? There's levels to this, all right? We know super teams when we see them. And we know the criteria for them. The criteria I gave you for super teams is more accurate and more logical than any of the other clowns talking about nonsense. You know, well, this guy was an all-star 5 years ago, and now they're a super team. Get the fuck out of here with that. Okay? Consistency matters. Ben Simmons is a role player. As a matter of fact, he play on the Brooklyn Nets. They got better chances of losing than winning. Prince Sports out. Peace.